Hey fam. So I had just recorded some I I just recorded a bit and I wasn't sure if it was being recorded well because I don't know I for some reason thought the sound wasn't being recorded, but I just checked. I think everything's okay. So I decided to do an intro right now before I continue the rest of that video. So it'll be cut up, I guess, a little bit. This will be the first. What I just recorded will be obviously after that. So something that I wanted to convey yesterday, I had written something down. I just wanted to have like a good intro, which I didn't do in the what I just recorded to start the video off with. But basically what I've been struggling part of what I've been struggling to like kind of hop back on it's being completely raw and real, which, that's I love being absolutely authentic, raw and real. It gets me in trouble. That's that's an issue for me, usually in my life. But anyway, so I'm going to, I guess what I'm saying is last video I was wearing makeup. And there'll be days maybe I'll wear makeup, maybe I won't. I just want to kind of that out there. This is really for myself. I feel like nobody cares, but like I don't know, do something within my heart to calm me down. I don't know, but this is what I written down yesterday. One of the lessons that I learned recently that us human beings are at a stage with is that no that being inauthentic is no longer a choice. Being authentic is what we need in this world right now. Everybody needs to start figuring it out how, like, if if they haven't figured it out already, how to be authentic, they need to figure that out. Um, because if you're not, you're just kind of missing the bar. It just everybody needs to. There's no hiding. This is where we are as a society. Astrologically speaking, whether you believe in astrology or not, astrology is energy. So energy patterning, I guess is what I'm going to call it. So like, how do you not believe in that? But anyway, sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but just saying. So a lot, like it's a lot of, I guess, like what we would say, what Aquarian energy, just like you just gotta be you now. There's no ifs or buts about it. Just do your thing, be you, be real. So that's what I'm here trying to do. So anyway, to continue, like, you know, yeah, you just got it. Anyway, so to continue, yeah, get it done. Even if it's very slowly, get this whole authenticity thing like down, or just you kind of end up getting left in the dust. The energy that's been added, it's like I said, I need to be authentic, but it stems from, yeah, it stems from there's a need for there to be truth. Like we're at a place where if it's not true, like if you're not unveiling the truth, like go have a seat, somebody else will do the thing. It's we're no longer just wrapping things up, in gift wrapping or whatever, the surface level Hollywood era kind of stuff is gone, this whole, and I'm so glad, you guys, because it's been just to living in this world. Everybody, it's something I say to people, like, I don't care about being called nice, as long as people know like who I am. Like I'm here I'm here to be kind to those that need it. I'm not here to plaster a smile on my face to appease people, to make sure people treat me the way that I want to be treated. I'd like people to treat me well, but I don't want to manipulate that. That makes sense. Um, it's quite weird to me. People having smiles on their faces, but then they screw you over. It does not compute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. Especially when I had gone up here. I mean, down here to Texas from New York, I was expecting a little better. And I know it's just one experience, but it was just like, what the fuck? Just like, just come, stay here, smiles on their fucking faces. And then the real story was, well, I made a podcast episode about that. Um, yeah, it's be a kinder human or sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Stop with there. I want to show you how nice I am, how accommodating I could be, and just being a fucked up ass person. Sorry, that's a apparently there's still a little residue there because I've healed a lot of it, but there's you can't just screw people over, man. Okay. Anywho, yeah, so let me see. Yeah, so the truth is rising up. Lies of any form cannot be hidden anymore. You know, like the moon, the truth will always come out eventually, or the sun, whatever. The point is, secrets, lies can only stay hidden for so long. It is just the nature that things get uncovered, period. Period. So, people have choices to make. Lie, continue doing what you're doing. I'm obviously talking to only the ones that do that. Or, just this is part of how you show up in the world. Let's all just start learning, if we haven't yet, how to be authentic. That being said, um I'm gonna go ahead and leave the rest of the story. I don't like that I talk about the things that you'll hear me talk about right now, but I just feel like I need to get that out to make a point. The point is, I guess, first of all, to kind of update, what's going on in this ascension journey for me. But also, when you're on the ascension journey, you are a really powerful manifester. Um, and the things that are already readily available will pop up real quick, and mostly more negative things are around. So I don't know, they pop up really quick, let's just say, when you're on this journey. And I have two car stories from last year where I fucked around and found out. Um, don't ask the universe what else can go wrong, because it'll just be like, oh, okay, that's how you feel in your heart. I'm gonna give you another matching little, scenario of the story within your heart right now. It's not a punishment. It's a what are you vibing? What I was vibing is what I got, and financially very expensive lessons. So anyway, here's my story. I paused the story and I will continue. I had paused the story and I will now continue recording, I guess, the rest of it. All right, you guys, enjoy. Even if nobody sees this, at least it's recorded for myself. All right, please enjoy. So here I am recording again another video. I know it's been many, many months. It's been a lot has been going on. So many transformations, so many everything, and I've had a lot of things that I've been wanting to talk about and record. I haven't been ready. And I kind of felt that I wanted to finish up with that last video. I know it wasn't a two-parter or anything like that, but that same day, let me just start that same day where I don't remember exactly the things that I've said, but um that same day that I recorded the video, like I was just like in a place where I was just like I don't know. I don't know how to keep going. Like, it was so heavy, like to the point where the stress was kind of like making my my must whatever, the structural thing is, I was literally being bent this way. Like I had to like this just, it a lot. And yeah. So so I kind of I was already going through a lot. That same day I had several things that I had to do, and I'm driving. This was literally within the hour of having had recorded it. Oh, mind you, I would like to also say I had this thing where for some reason, whenever I give a date and something I record, I'm off by a whole year. And I've been trying to be conscious of it, but yeah, there I it happened again. So the year that I was saying what I meant to say, 2024, I think I must have said 2023 or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that last recording was I think in November or something like that. Maybe early November. I'm not even sure. Um, but so yeah, I finished the recording, got in my car, and let me just tell you, don't ever ask the universe what else are you gonna show me? What else do you got from me right with that attitude? Um because guess what? It'll show you. And I've had this happen to me twice with this current car. To like the first time I apparently wasn't enough, even though it was really drastic, and I'll let you know how drastic it was. But yeah, that second time was that day that I recorded a video. I was I was like, I am so like in my car, I was like, I am so tired. I can't take any more weight. I just can't do it anymore. Like, oh my God, you know? As I say this, basically, like pretty much right away. Like it was either right away within a few minutes. Um, my tire blew, but I didn't know my tire blew. I have this thing where anything with my car freaks me out. Uh, as a woman, you know, there's certain things I'm just you know, just or you know, as a person that just not into like understanding cars. I mean, I'd like to, it's just my interests lie in certain things and they really don't lie in others, even though I'd like to understand. You know, everybody's good at their own things. I'm gonna leave it there. Like be at your good at your thing. I'm gonna be good at my thing. I'll, you know, but point is car stuff freaks me out. Anyway, so I pull over, blah blah, long story short, it was a blown tire. Long story short, I mean, if I could only tell you how insanely like traumatic things were that day. Anyway, went to a couple days later or the next day, whatever. I went to have my car checked. I was just there was just something going on. Long story short, the bill ended up being something like I don't know, two grand and something like that. And I was just like, I mean, honestly, I don't have it in me anymore. Like I don't have the money, like I have some space that I could like open with credit, but it's just like I know there's a complaining video, I promise. I promise there's gonna be good stuff. I'm just trying to get kind of complete that picture of like how everything the man but really has to do with manifestation, I guess, what I'm doing with this video. I'm just trying to kind of perhaps prevent other people from going through this. So anyway, getting back to the story, two grand and change, right? Blah blah. Put it on credit. Got a call the next day, or that same day. There's oil leakage. So basically, the first time I asked the universe, like about 6 months prior to that, things were going wrong. I'm like, what else? What else could go wrong? And literally, and I pressed the gas, and there's like nothing, right? It was in my parking area where there's nothing but grass, supposedly. Uh, and I'm like, what else can go wrong? And I pressed the gas because there was nobody there, nothing there, right? And then there's a fucking tree stump that I forgot about. Everything happens for a reason. My car just goes. And I was like, oh, and then the tire falls into the little hole. It's like the most perfect thing. Everything happens for a reason because like it's all these little things just happen in such perfection. The perfection of misery or goodness, you know, depending on what you're dealing with at that point in time. Whew. So yeah, I'm like, oh wow, okay. Well, the universe answered real quick. Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm back at the shop, right? The story I just left off. Um, leave my car there. Anyway, I speak to them either that day or next day. We gotta check stuff with the oil. We gotta see what's going on. Are you okay with paying blah to check this stuff? Like we know this is what you have, the 2000 something, right? But maybe there's something wrong with the fact that there is leaks or whatever. Let's check it out. Um, so that ended up being another four something, 4 grand and change. Yeah. Um, Two something of it is basically what was absolutely necessary for me to do. Thank God I went in and checked because there would have been a really serious problem. Um, and I yeah, opened some more room on credit. It's just the reason I was like when I was in the car and I was just like, that second time and it's like I'm just so heavy is because everything I've been tested so much that everything has been stretched so much financially, everything that I just like, and then stretching my limit another 2 grand and then another 2 grand. But yeah, so after they fixed the car, I thought that second stretch of the limit, another 2 grand, right? What, like they said it was fine, I was gonna go through, car's fixed. I get in there, um something another issue, and I was just like, so what? Now I don't have a car. I leave my car with them until I can get 2 more grand real quick. Anyways, it was just one test on top of another. There was really no reason for there to be any issues. It went back through like a few minutes later, but just like emotionally, it was just like I did not have the bandwidth to deal with any of that. It would not stop. Why won't it stop? But yeah. So the point of this, uh, and I'd like to say, there's still more that needed to be fixed. And if I also knew, because the car got fixed, right? And then when like the first 2 grand and change or whatever, um, and then when the oil thing happened, another blah blah blah. But like they already put in the work that for the 2 grand. But anyway, if I knew that this whole thing was going to cost me like a sicko 7 grand, meanwhile there's more, all the stuff that I fixed. There's about 2 grand that is just like it's not mandatory at this moment in time, but it needs to get fixed. It's still an issue. But anyway, if I knew, it was again already limits where I can't even think clearly. Limits are already just, and then basically the logical thing to have been done to like maybe walk away from the car or something like that. I don't know because the amount that I am paying, because last year I paid for some fixings. Um yeah, and then this year it just my bills just for have my car being fixed and just and I only got my car last year, basically a year ago, exactly a year ago. So I'm paying for the car, I'm paying for the fixings. Sorry if I'm using the wrong words. From last year, and then just the last thing. So it's too much between rent, bills, the credit card bills because of COVID, the pandemic fucking shit. Uh, Sorry for the cursing. Yeah, it's really difficult to kind of hold the stress and be quote unquote normal in the world. Good feeling, good mood, da, 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 especially when finances are not consistent. It really messes with your mental, emotional stability because it's like, okay, well, I don't have things that I need. You know? Sorry. And I had said the words, I didn't have the things I need. I'm wrong to have said that. And I think this is where we could go to the manifesting thing. I'm wrong to have said that because those exact words, they're not true. I had everything I need. Need. Want. What I want is a little extra to feel secure about. What I want is to have, the variety of food, let's say, this, that, and the other, just little bit of extra. What I need is to be able to pay bills, right? Technically, I was able to do that and on time. Um, it's just, it's really frustrating. It's been the last couple of years, more than a couple of years, maybe the last 3 years. I keep having exactly what I need, but it's like it's frustrating because it's like God, the universe, spirit wants to kind of teach me this, that I will always have everything I need be because every month I always have everything that I need, and basically almost like never less. It feels like less. But anyway, so around that time that I had recorded that video that's following, that's basically the one before this one from a few months ago. Um it was getting really weird. Part of the reason it was, so much pressure was just like I was dipping into, like, I would pay credit cards, right? And then right away, I needed to buy something like not necessary, dip into whatever amount that I had just paid off, buy the thing that I need. So I was getting my needs met, but it just felt so absolutely horrible. And I'm supposed to master this, being okay with it all. And it's just like, while I get it, I'm also just like human on this journey, and it's frustrating, so frustrating. And yeah, but the point is, you have everything you need. When you're frustrated, do not possibly, because like that frustration will manifest as more frustration. Do not ask the universe what else. Since then, I have been doing the I'm gonna call it spiritual practice for a lack of whatever. Doesn't matter. The wordings don't matter. The point is that I've been doing this devotional thing, right? Where it was 3 times a day. Um, okay, I'll be specific. I was doing these specific affirmations that were just like, stated as very much fact, but facts that I believed. So you have to, like, if you ever do affirmations, make sure, in my personal opinion, you have to believe them or some kind of kernel of truth. But just get affirmation that you believe. And they shouldn't be affirmation where it's like, I will be, it's more so I am, and something that you believe. For example, I am loving and compassionate, something you know to be true, but you're trying to reestablish that in your psyche, in your everything, to make sure you keep going that way. Because when you're going through really, really hard stuff, just a lot of chemistry. It just You have to kind of remind yourself certain things. Um, so so yeah, it was this thing that I was doing. It was basically a prayer, and the prayer had uh like basically it had like it's like a sandwich, right? It's like a intro, the meat, and then the ceiling, right? So this is how you pray, how you whatever word you want to use to kind of get what you need, as well as sear it into your mind, your psyche, your layers of sorts. Um, for example, mine went a prayer for going forward in my life. And then I had 6 affirmations. I was playing with 369. If you guys have heard about manifesting with 369 and working with 369, it's just Nikola Tesla kind of worked with that as well. It's basically, getting things created. So yeah, I was doing my affirmations. There were 6 affirmations. I did three times a day. I did it in 9 of that, and I did 3 of those. So just however the numbers work for you. So basically, when you do 3 sets of those 9 days, so basically 27 days, specific, it's like a scientific thing. Where was it? Was it Greg Braden? I think it was Greg Braden. It was something somewhere where I was like, I need to for surezies, like for sure, um, you know, try this out because it's like I like, the magical and the scientific. I like the left and the right side of the brain. I like the wholeness is what makes things work. That is literally where the magic is. Yin and yang, just like the wholeness of it all. Um, so yeah, the fact that it was scientifically kind of proven that it does something to your mind to where like it kind of changes because everything is perception. What you manifest, everything's perception. Every Everything is perception. So there's reframing that you need to go get done. There's conditioning into your mind, or you could call it brainwashing, whatever words, the words don't matter, you guys. People talk, I think people talk a little too much about labels. Labels are bad. Guess what else is labels? Words. We need words. Unless I'm not trying to put like your don't do it, but I'm just saying like it's okay to use words. Um, So, kind of trying to rebuild my strength, just all the things, because I'm ready. It really does flip your mind, changes a lot for you. And so I'm in a much better place now because I kind of like yeah, it got real bad when I was already like too stretched, and then literally just like that same day or that almost same moment, the car went right, and then like I find out for another what was it, 7 grand, of which only could do the five something like that, 4 grand change or whatever. Um, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like I can't just the more bad things happen because that was what was going on inside of myself, the more I was like vibrating up to attract more of that because I was hurting, so I was magnetizing the things that was in my heart of me going "Rah," right, and it's just like, well, this is what we're passionate about. you know um so I had to chill out. Yeah, this whole ascension journey thing, there's so many transformations. I was in the last video I was talking about my skin being so soft, and then just it kind of just went down the hill. It just got real bad. My skin got real bad, and I think I'm just starting to kind of regain it finally. But and I'm pretty sure everybody's kind of beginning of the year started having weird skin. I don't think it's just me. I think it's just the ascension thing, just a lot of resets, a lot of shedding, specifically the shedding, right? The snake's skin, right? Or whatever other animals that shed their skin. It gross, right? Like it's old, dead skin. So a lot of shedding. Um, a lot of I keep getting I'm gonna call them random psychic visions. And I almost don't want to call them that because I feel like they're too minor. But I'm like starting to pick up on more. And we are literally a few days away from, I think it's on the 18th of February. We're almost at Pisces season on the 18th. Um, and I'm curious what that's going to be like, being that that's what's been going on for me, just this psychic development. A lot of shedding, like I said, but more than just skin. This and right now I just this week I've been dealing with ear infection. So much fun. Um, Not just the ear infection. When it was really bad, when like I'm trying, like I wasn't able to sleep prior to that because all this energy flowing through me, just hard to sleep, right? And probably, excuse me, I was probably fighting the infection is what was probably having an effect of me not being able to sleep. But So when I finally got the infection, I'm trying to fall asleep. It's hard. Finally fall asleep. Mind you, I'm just like I'm in pain like just in general because oh, something I forgot to mention. I think what made this ear infection happen, what contributed to the two things. I basically had sciatica pain and ear infection at the same time that came. And so last week, the week before Valentine's Day, whatever, let's call it the 7th or something like that. I think on that Sunday, let's call it the 9th, um, human resonance was just going real nutty. And it just kept going for, was it 7 days? And it was like the third day or something into it on a Tuesday. I was like, oh, look at this. I got an ear infection. So yeah, this is last week. Um, um, again, like I don't know, the 9th. Got the ear infection. So I'm trying to go to bed that day, like I was saying, and I'm in bed. Let's just say at some point I'm just laying there and just like so like just pain. And really the sciatica, which I think the ish my sciatica, I think it comes on when the Schumann resonance goes crazy. I literally didn't even know that I had sciatica because I all of my life I had leg pain that doctors could not tell me what was wrong with me. I'm talking about from like being a toddler or something like that. My mother used to like, is she just trying to get attention? Like what's happening? But it just as an autistic person, I have a lot of issues with my body. Um, that anyway, putting that aside, let's not get sad about that. I'm trying not to talk about negative things because apparently just I need to put that off a little bit because I've been processing a lot and the last fall and it just really messed with me. Mm. So I'm trying to kind of recover from like I know it was necessary. I know all the things that happened needed to happen for the growth, etc., etc. But it's just like I need to restabilize because my goodness, that was destabilizing. So one moment, you guys. But yeah, just yeah, the pain was really intense. I was trying to fall asleep. And I'm kind of just laying there like why does it hurt so much? Why does the pain in my legs like basically just touching? I try to be on the side. That's how I fell asleep. But then I think the stuff in my ear was like seeping in, and I think that's what woke me up with the ear pain because like it just kept going lower and infecting more, I'm assuming. And then I had to lay down on my back, and I'm laying there. And I'm like, oh, geez, so much. And then also my legs, the bottom of my legs, uh, you know, this side of my legs hurting so fucking much, touching anything, whatever. So I kind of had to like prop up my legs. Like, I don't know, man. I was in so much discomfort and pain. I was like, why these two things? I didn't even know it was sciatica pain either. I just thought it was like a regular pain. Again, I'm just used to pain. I don't know how long I've had sciatica. I've had lower back pain when I was in my 20s. Leg pain was normal for me. So I don't know. I just finally this week, finally like just like, oh, it's sciatica. That's what they call sciatica pain. I just for some reason thought it was going to be different. Thought was going to be more severe. I don't know. I was expecting like, no, this is sciatica pain. Yeah. So interestingly enough, my higher self, a little add-on here, side note. My higher self, this is like, I don't know. I would have to look it up actually on my Instagram, but let's say a couple of months ago, a month ago maybe, I had added a tab highlights that says time to heal. And that was the first thing randomly, quote unquote, that I had put in. I didn't consider myself having sciatica pain. I guess it was something I'm like, oh, I'll check it out if maybe that's been an issue. I'm just like kind of sick of it all. Just ugh. Um, anyway, so yeah, it's really interesting that it was up there. It's like kind of like like pay attention. This is an issue trying to tell me that, right? So anyway, but yeah, so last week, like I said, I'm just laying there. I'm like, so much pain. Why so much pain? I think it was on the second day that I was dealing with this, like as in the following night, that I finally got like a warm thing for my ear, which helped me fall asleep because I couldn't fall asleep. I mean, I laid there for hours. I couldn't fall asleep. So there was at least that. I had my legs propped up and I had like the blanket kind of wrapped this way. So it's just holding my legs so my legs don't touch anything underneath. I sleep with a pillow under my legs, but like I need some kind of support. It can't my legs can't be just like this because yeah. But anyway, I got through it. Let's just say, a little is left over, but at least my face isn't swollen. I don't know if you guys know much about ear aches. I technically do not. But yeah, it went. Where was it? It went down this way, right? All of this was swollen, and then like this was getting better. This started swelling up here. So like my face was swollen here for like I don't know, a day or two. But yeah, so the point is it was like for 7 days that was going like really pretty serious amplitude on a Schumann resonance. But it was just like, and you know what? I haven't even been checking on the Schumann resonance. I finally like saw it, like, oh, that makes sense why like I got sciatica apparently. And an ear the situation thing, I'm just I consider both of those things technically. I'm going to speak for myself. Shedding. This is shedding. Whatever needs to be shed. I also took it as a message to listen to spirit more, which by the way, interestingly enough, I got some some good nuggets while being ill with the ear. You know how when you have ear pain, you're really like not living life. You're just I know, but I got some really nice nuggets. Yay. Um and the leg thing, I finally went ahead and started uh what are they called again? Sciatica exercises. Really interesting. But anyway, holy shit. Who would have knew? Oh, these easy things are just such amazing relief. Um, yeah, a lot of things are changing. I'm so curious. So March is coming up. We got the eclipses with the sorry, with the equinox again. Last time it literally like I was going through all those trials and tribulations. I had sciatica pain. I didn't know. I could not function. So I had things that needed to get done, work that needed to get done. I could basically like that was part of the issue. Like again, I didn't know it was sciatica pain, but my sciatica pain during that time was affected, and I couldn't make the the appropriate finances that I needed to make. It was so scary and disturbing. It's like when you get to like a certain place, like the kind of lessons that come your way, just like holy shit, what the fuck? That's just like unkind and unfair. It feels. But we genuinely are not victims. There's always some kind of gold in everything that we go through. Um, don't ever ask, so yeah, let me wrap this up. Don't ever ask the universe what else you got for me, like like bad things. What else you got for? Because you know what? I found out it got more. It got more, and it's like thousands of dollars expensive more kind of thing. So don't do it. What else? Yeah, we're growing, you guys. I'm so curious. Again, I'm so curious what month of March is gonna bring for us. Again, eclipses and equinox. Um, for those experiencing, the sciatica pain, for me just felt like my root was just destabilized, right? Just like why is it like, and my hands are like tremoring, like right a little bit. And it was just all of these things, and just my spine, going like this, my neck, spine, whatever, tightness. Yeah, a lot of tightness. Um, I'm doing okay, you guys. I'm doing okay. Um, what I just did, the manifesting thing with the affirmations, aka for me, prayer, um, because it was literally like magical planning, conditioning, brainwashing, blah blah blah, whatever. A lot of things have shifted, like I said. My outlook is different. I have a lot of faith now, a lot of trust, and it's all about the truth. Let's fly with the truth, be honest with ourselves, be honest with the world, show our absolutely authentic face with kindness, obviously. That's my number one thing, like I guess just so it's so big for me. People, I think people get it confused, like, well, I'm just being myself. No, you're also just being a fucking dick. Chill the fuck out. Being yourself doesn't mean it's you could act any way possible. Being yourself is being you rawly. Um, that doesn't mean you get to step on anybody's feet or faces or anything like that. If you are, you have a lot of work to do. Yeah, try to access some kind of kindness, some kind of something within your heart. Like don't be a dick. But what else? Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's way longer than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be really fast, but apparently that's not how I do things. I will always likely, I can't say always because I don't know who my future self will be, because you grow and you change and you evolve, etc. Um, but I'd like to for things not to be long. It is a goal. But I tend to, more than literally anybody that I know personally, go on and on. Um, yeah, sending so much love. If you're going through it, you're not alone. Um, we got this, team. We got this, fam. We got this. One more thing. Those of us that are doing this work, we are part of what's called the Aurora Network. The Aurora Network is basically, light workers, star seeds, whatever word you want to put in there. People that are here to basically help raise the vibe of this planet, to bring in, the new architecture of what the blueprint of what the new world is going to look like. The new world is a new world. Yes, before all this nonsense we got going on today, in our civilized worlds, uh, it was a different world. It was a natural world, etc. But this is, we've gone through all these different lessons, and we've developed the mind, right? That Atlantis, that's what we were doing. We were developing the mind, and then we overdid it, and it's kind of mirroring what's going on today. It's just we are getting we're not going to sink. Just let's continue to do the work. We're not going to sink this time. We're doing better. Thank goodness what's for, I don't like politics, but thank goodness for politics finally starting to, the world is changing. I'm gonna say that the world is changing. Um, Nonsense is being taken out. Darkness is being little by little distinct extinguished. Um, if there's any kind of within, let's say, the government, uh just remember that if there's anybody complaining about um funding being taken away from certain programs, it's like the people that are complaining Why are they complaining? Those are usually the ones that we have to take a look at. What are you gaining? Why are you complaining? People need to stop stealing from I'm gonna say the the taxpayers. Just things need to get better, and they are. And I'm really, 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 really happy and so faithful. Um, Everything's okay. As much heaviness, as much as nonsense, etc., etc. La la la. I mean, whew, it's also getting better at the same time. Um, we're gonna be okay, you guys. And I'm sending so much love. Anybody that's especially that has made like everybody that listened any portion of this, but especially those of you that have made it all the way to the end. I am very, very grateful. Let me go ahead because I plan to go ahead and continue to make videos if anybody wants to continue watching them. So if you could help me out over here, press that like button, whatever you hear people saying on their YouTube channels, I'll get better at this. I'm sure eventually. Right now, but um, I'll see you guys. Thank you for listening and do this because I want to. I try to do the other thing that people are whatever they're doing and just stuff is getting just tight. It just mess as an autistic person, I also have EDS. I struggle with a lot of stuff, but I am the person that I am because of it. So it's all fucking good, okay? Do not feel bad for me. If you want to help me out, honestly I don't even know that anybody would be listening to this far. But if anybody does listen to this and you have the funds, I'm only asking because I'm just struggling. Um, you will see a link on my what is it called? YouTube channel. No, I'm gonna put it in the description actually to my link tree. And if you click on the link tree, the last button will be a button to donate. Or you could buy something from my store or book a healing session with me. I would love to work with you. If you are not ready to work on any of your issues and you have the money to donate even just a little bit, any little bit will help. I'm not counting on anything because I just leave it at that. But it'll be very appreciated. Anyway, once again, sending very much, so much love. Whew, we're gonna be getting over this, you guys. We're gonna be better. Everything's gonna be okay. Bye. I want to know if I tied it together that when my car got onto the tree stump, being that it was just one wheel, it like cracked a whole bunch of stuff in my left side of my car. My car is kind of totaled, not it's not totaled, but like the amount. I mean, technically, right? Like I could have bought something cheaper. But anyway, so it just so many things cracked. It's still very much drivable. I don't know. Again, I don't know much about cars, anything about cars. But it's just so not funny. Um, Oof, yeah. So I don't know what I could have possibly if I could have ruined something like where it just eventually falls apart, but there's a bunch of cracks, the oil, the things that contain the oil, the what is it called? See, horrible. The thing that holds the wheels, that was all jagged. Um, just yeah, so many things. But I just wanted to clarify that my question of what else can go wrong ended up I don't know 6 months later or whatever the amount of time being quite because I had went and checked it out and everything was fine. And then after some time like I heard my car on the right side. It just sounds like there's something going on when creaking, metal's creaking. There's just something, I can't even make the sound, but there's something going on. So yeah, I took it in. Turns out that tree stump situation, that was the damage that finally kind of like eventually just like became obvious. But yeah, do not ask the universe what else you got for me, babes. When it's bad things that's been happening to you, because if you're already stressed, you don't want more of that. Okay. Finally. This time I promise. Bye.